My name is Fabricio. I write for Almanaque Disney, which is a Disney news website here in Brazil.
Great.
And I love pretty much everything you do at Disney Animation. So it's a huge honor for me to be talking to you guys.
Thank
Uh,
you.
I wanted to start from the beginning. You guys work at Disney Animation for quite some time now, and you work on this series, this TV series. And was it much different from working on feature films? How was this process?
Yeah, it is a little different. I'd say, from my perspective, it was just a faster, shorter process. Sometimes our films can take years and years. If you're in story, it could take years. Animation might be 9 months to a year. But this was fast paced, just like the episodes, fast, energetic, and really rewarding to do something that quickly and get it out there in the world. What about you, Josie?
You know what I love about it? Same thing, the shorter format, but it didn't mean that we sacrificed quality in storytelling or animation and the way it looked. It was all still top-notch feature quality. And so that really makes me very proud to have been part of this series.
I understand you guys produced the series during the pandemic, and what were the challenges to do this production remotely?
Oh, Nathan, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, our studio, we do everything within what we call under the hat. So we do everything within our studio. When the pandemic hit, we all were forced home. And so I think that was probably the most difficult part, was actually how do we still collaborate and kind of be the collaborative iteration process that we're so used to virtually. So a lot of times we were going to each other's homes, watching each other through camera, and just being able to collaborate through that process. It's a little different than walking down the hallway and going to someone's desk and just knocking on their door. So that's by far probably the most hardest part of this entire process.
And I'll just jump in and say, it was great though. I'd worked with a few of the folks from the original. So there's a shorthand. It's like, oh, there's Jeremy and Hans. And even though Trent and I did not meet in person until, when the series was done, it was so fun to be in our homes and it sort of felt like we were already family. And so that's, despite the challenge of the pandemic, it was really exciting to be able to work with friends, to be able to just kind of pick it up. And we had the great fortune of folks were coming off of Raya. And so we had kind of worked through the kinks of Zoom and working remotely. So it was a challenge, but one that we were easily able to overcome.
I know, talking about features at Disney Animation, when the movies are in production, there's always room for the story to be adjusted, to new scenes come in, some scenes go out. And what I was wondering, when I was talking to Don Hall in the Baymax series, and he said that different from the films, the series was already all written and then it entered production. It was the same case here in Zootopia Plus. You had all the stories lined out. And
Ours was very different. So if you don't know, we didn't actually have a writer on this series. So we started with 6 ideas that I pitched that they were just seeds of an idea. And then we brought them into the story room and we really built them together. We wrote them together. We came up with the arcs together. And we did it as a team.
Yeah, we would sometimes give an outline to a story artist and say, board this, and so it was we really entrusted and empowered our team to help us create this. And I agree with Trent that we built these episodes together.
Josie mentioned you guys worked with some people from the original movie, and this is a thing I'm always curious about, because Zootopia is now 6 years old. And I assume you guys worked with a lot of models and environments and files. I don't know how this works from the original movie, but did they need it to be updated somehow? How this works in animation? 6 years is a lot of time. Right?
Well, we have some very talented technicians at the studio, our character TDs and general TDs and rigging and our characters team go back, and they, because all of our computers, software, technology has been upgraded in 6 years, and things can change a lot. So there was work to bring these. It wasn't as easy as just plunking them in the shorts. There's quite a bit of work behind the scenes to get the fur to work again and to get the mouth to open again, all those little things.
Earlier today at the press conference, Trent, you mentioned you had like 10 stories to the series. And we now have 6 episodes, and which, by the way, guys, the series is great. I watched all the episodes, then I watched it again because they are really funny, and then they have like this blink and you miss Easter eggs and some things. And I was wondering how you guys chose the characters for the series, and how you match the television themes. Like, this one will be a reality show, this one will be an action adventure.
Well, choosing the actual episodes and the characters, it really just came down to Josie and I and the story team in the room saying, which one's going to make us laugh the most? Which genre do we want to see up on screen, right, Josie?
That's exactly right. And Trent, I'll give you credit. You had, the action short, because who would you want to see in an action short? Your parents, Bonnie and Stu Ops. Like, we just love that kind of juxtaposition to put them and make them superheroes, like Bonnie Hunt was saying earlier today. So I feel like, Trent, you certainly had a few of them already set in stone, about 4 of them. And then the other 2, Dinner Rush and sorry, what was the other one? Duke were the ones that we were trying to find those a bit more. Thank you, Trent.
I have a question for Nathan. What do you think Disney Plus represents to Disney Animation in terms of possibilities and now series? It's almost 100-year-old studio who's now diving into television. What does this mean?
Disney Plus is an opportunity for Walt Disney Animation Studios. I mean, the great news is we're going to continue doing the feature films that we've been doing for over 100 years, but it allows us to kind of revisit a different way of getting our content out there, including making shorts. And shorts are something that is the legacy of Disney Animation. So it's a whole new brand way of getting new opportunities out into the world of the shorts that we love making internally as our studio.
I got the cue here that we don't have much time, but I have one final question that is like, it's like 2 questions in one, actually, for each one of you. I know there's a lot of secrets and a lot of things you can tell, but I would like for you guys to comment a little bit. What are you doing now since production of Zootopia Plus is finished? And would I also like for you guys to comment, what's Disney Animation like today under the leadership of Jennifer Lee?
I can jump in here and quickly say I love working with Jennifer Lee, and she was one of our executive producers here and really gave us permission to go have fun with these and explore and do something different for Disney Plus. And as far as what I'm working on, you'll have to wait and find out, Fabricio. I'm sorry, I got to tease you a little bit.
Likewise, I'm working on a feature in development, and working with Jen. I worked with her originally on Wreck-It Ralph. And she was the writer there brought on, and she's wonderful. She's collaborative, she's funny, she's smart. And so to be able to work with her as our chief creative officer it's wonderful. It's a fantastic experience. She challenges us to be as smart and creative and funny, and just when we think it's over, she, pushes and pushes us to continue to improve. And I think that's a testament to why these episodes they got funnier, they got smarter, they got everything. She continued to help us elevate it. So really appreciate her leadership and her guidance.
Our time is up, guys. So thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you, Fabricio.
I love talking to you.
Thank you, Fabricio.